Hey you guys, this is Alex867539, and if you were wondering why this sounds weird, I am recording this on my 3DS. I'm just going to go over what I thought about Nintendo's E3 press conference. Well, if you guys haven't watched it, basically they started off by showing some Pikmin. They went into the Wii U controller, they went over Pikmin, then they started diving into third-party games. They went to explain that the 3DS wasn't going to be explained at this conference, but actually today. Then they went into explaining the Wii U games themselves. So essentially, I thought it was kind of overall. I think Nintendo did actually not so well at their E3 conference. When they said, okay, on Sunday, we're going to focus on the controller and the network so that we don't do it during the E3 conference because we don't have enough time. Well, it seems that Nintendo, right off the bat, started talking about the controller. So I'm like, okay, so you guys are just kind of repeating stuff now. When they talked about the third parties, they had Warner Brothers and Ubisoft come off. So I'm like, okay, so this is kind of cool. So we're learning more about the games that they're going to release. There's like a couple, Batman Arkham City, hardcore style game, Zombie U, which is another one. Then you have just a bunch of casual games from Ubisoft, including like Sing and whatnot. I'm like, So I got really excited. Well, then they started saying, okay, well, we're not going to talk about the 3DS, but we're going to invite someone out to talk about the 3DS anyway for about 10 minutes. So I'm like, okay, so they're talking about Paper Mario, they're talking about Luigi's Mansion. Nothing new, just stuff that we've seen before, but we should be hearing more today. With regards to the Wii U, the only games that were announced for it were LEGO City Stories, which we already knew about, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Nintendo Land. Now I'll get into those in a bit. I was kind of confused, especially when they started talking about Nintendo Land. I'm like, okay, what's this, They started off by saying, okay, well, where can all of these people meet? And I'm like, people, okay, characters, where can they meet? Smash Bros, right? No, in a virtual theme park. Essentially, it's a game full of mini-games, and then they took one mini-game and they took 20 minutes to explain it, and I'm just like, it's filler. So, and then after they started explaining Super Mario Bros. U, they talked about New Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS, and I'm like, okay, I thought we weren't talking about the 3DS. So, overall, I think the E3 conference was kind of all over the place. It didn't seem like they had an actual plan. It's like yesterday, I was freaking out thinking, oh my gosh, it was just awful, it was terrible, it was the worst thing ever. Right now, if I had the choice of getting a Wii U, I probably would not. Just because there's not enough first-party games for me to actually say, okay, right now, I would say it's about at the level of the PS3 for some games. It has Mass Effect 3, it has Trine 2, the developer's cut, but it doesn't have any of the first-party titles that really differentiate it yet. Hopefully we'll hear more about these later. They also released a Wii Fit U. I think that overall, Nintendo is still going for the casual market, which is exactly what I said they shouldn't in the pre one. So overall, I think they're doing not a great job right now. They did bring in a lot more third parties, so I mean that is really, really good that they were able to do that. But they're failing kind of on what they already said they were going to do. So I'm just going to go on to the 3DS Mario game that they were talking about. I don't know how it's going to work because I noticed, hey, it still has, it's making fun of how many coins there are in the game because literally you collect like 1 million coins every level in this thing, it looks like. So there are some areas where it's just like, this still has the 1-up system, you know, where you get 100 coins and you get a 1-up. Well, this thing goes, and literally I could throw one turtle shell and I can get 18 million coins. So I'm like, how is this gonna work? You know, and then I made a joke, you know, man, you know, we thought the inflation rates here in the US were bad. Well, I wonder how they are in the Mushroom Kingdom. You know, but overall, I would say, based on Nintendo's E3 performance, they didn't do very well at all. Overall, right now, I'd probably say that Ubisoft or Sony are in the lead for actually like doing the best at E3. One thing that I do want to say though is the Wii U, for how it does seem like it's a good idea, but I just have not seen anything yet that really makes me really interested in it. I'd rather just go out and buy a PS3 personally. So until I see any like really good first-party titles, that'll be that. It's like one thing that I was hoping to hear of that I didn't was, you know, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, or even as they were talking about doing a, you know, they're doing a Kirby 20th anniversary. I thought they would have at least mentioned that. But of course that could all be said tonight. So tonight at 6 o'clock Pacific time, they are having a 3DS software game lineup announcement. It's going to be streamed live at e3.nintendo.com. So you guys that are really interested in it and watch it, I will not be able to watch it because I have no internet. But hopefully GeForce will be covering it so I can watch it at home. But one thing to consider though, I have been able, this is about the channel, sorry. I have been able to use somebody else's laptop considerably, so I mean I've gotten Xenoblade recorded up to a pretty good point. I'm at Aerith C right now, so I mean if that tells you how good I'm doing already. Thank you Gecko OS, that would not be possible without it. So yeah, I will be working on Metro Prime 3 Part 7, so expect that to see that in the next couple weeks. And I'm going to try uploading at my school. That's how, you know, I was able to do the episode, the update from 2 days ago, and this one. So hopefully it all works out good. So I guess that's it. Until next time, this is Solix 8675309. See you guys later.
Nice one, Dunban. You didn't waste any time on them Mechon.
Shulk, where's Fiora?
The residential district. We said we'd meet her there. Looks like we'll have to take the long way round.
All right, then we cut through the commercial district.
Yes,